Well, folks, Gypsy Rose does it again. Now, what I mean by that is she goes lower and lower each and every single time.
Oh, here we go, y'all. Sir Morbid. Follow him. He's pinned down in the description. Sir Morbid on YouTube and TikTok, too. He's on TikTok. Show him some love. Let's keep going.
And I'm not talking about the present or the future right now, even though all those apply. But her past comes to haunt her again with the local article from Springfield, Missouri, dated back in 2019. Like, seriously, Gypsy Rose is the only
here we go.
person where her past keeps haunting her in her future and present time. Because what has come to light is her sweetheart of a plea coming from the Springfield News Leader, titled Gypsy Blanchard wants people to ask Governor Mike Parson.
I did that on purpose, y'all. That wasn't real.
To shorten her prison sentence. Written by Gregory J. Holman. Published 2:49 p.m. Central Time, April 17th, 2019. And it reads, Gypsy Blanchard is asking for people to urge Missouri Governor Mike Parson and the state parole board to give her an early release from prison. Quote, I am respectfully asking all who wish.
How dare you?
Oh, not the voiceover, too.
Be an early release to please aid my father in his efforts for my freedom, end quote. Blanchard wrote in an email released late Tuesday. She hopes individuals will, quote, write a letter expressing support for my early release to either the Missouri State Governor, Michael L. Parson, and or the Division of the Missouri State Board of Probation.
I can't handle it.
And parole, end quote. The then 27-year-old turned 33-year-old now, imprisoned for her role in the death of her mother, also wrote, quote, I am scheduled for a parole hearing in December of 2021. However, any and all letters of support are helpful, end quote. Dee Dee Blanchard, 48, was killed in June 2015 at the Greene County home she shared with Gyp Dip. Our very own Francesca Maselli, a Kentucky-based screenwriter and Blanchard family friend, confirmed that the email was authentic in a message sent to the news leader Wednesday afternoon. Maselli said state officials have not yet responded. Last week, news emerged that Gypsy plans to marry a man she met as a pen pal after she started serving time at Missouri's Chillicothe Correctional Center.
Oh, hell.
The newsletter previously reported that Gypsy must serve at least 8.5 years of her 10-year sentence for second-degree murder before she is eligible for release. She will be 33 years old at the time. Her former online boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn, stalked or stabbed Dee Dee Blanchard to death because he was manipulated by Gypsy and she premeditated her mom's death. Nick is serving a life sentence for first-degree murder. Even Greene County prosecutor Dan Patterson told the news leader after Gypsy's July 5th, 2016 sentencing hearing that he himself believed it would have been possible to convict her for first-degree. I know, shocking, right? Because that's what we all felt and thought and still think. Such a conviction would have meant a life sentence for Gypsy. Yeah, that should be the minimum. But good old Patterson said after the sentencing that he did not believe that would be fair. Election season, anybody? Yes, the dude needed the votes. That it would not be fair due to the years of medical child abuse Gypsy suffered, which, by the way, never happened. Dee Dee Blanchard is thought to have had Munchausen by proxy syndrome. The key word in here being thought, because she never had it. Also called fictitious disorder or medical child abuse. Jippity Dip.
Oh, Lord.
His attorney, Mike Stanfield, at the 2016 trial said this, quote, essentially, Gypsy's mother was holding her a prisoner, end quote. No, she wasn't, Mike. Come on, prisoner. Yeah, prisoners go to Walt Disney World 5 times and does role-playing on the internet with different men, visiting them at the hospital when they're sick, sleeping over at their disgusting apartments. Anyhow,
Oh my word.
Family members have said Jip Dip was forced by Dee Dee to falsely present medical conditions, including leukemia, vision and hearing problems, sleep apnea, developmental disabilities, muscular dystrophy, a chromosome disorder, and digestive disorders. Hey kids, don't worry.
Whoa.
Gypsy Rose is thriving and just looking forward as she serves her prison time. Family and friends say, you know, she works, attends classes, practices photography. Oh, and her health has improved because nothing was wrong with it in the first place. The family based in Cut Off, Louisiana, says their home community strongly supports Gyp shit. Patterson, the prosecutor, called it, quote, one of the most extraordinary and unusual cases we have seen, end quote, at the time of Gypsy's sentencing. Gypsy's father, Hot Rod Blanchard, some refer to him as Christie's Cuckold, started a Change.org petition urging an early
This is crazy as hell.
release for his daughter not long after the sentencing. The shitty petition has gained steam in recent weeks, of course, following the release of a fictionalized Hulu TV show about good old Gypsy. Oh, and that Dee Dee
Oh hell.
character. Yeah, the actual victim. 2 days ago, a UK newspaper reported that the petition had gained 90,000 followers. As of Wednesday afternoon, Change.org reported that more than 100,000 people had signed the online petition. Quote, it's been in the last
Dear Lord.
week that we've grown that petition by 60,000 or 70,000 in signatures, end quote, said Maselli, at the time the Blanchard family friend, who we now know as Fancy, one of our channel's friend, because she found out the truth, of course, after getting a hold of the medical records by Christie herself. Change.org is a San Francisco-based for-profit website founded in 2007. Don't give a shit, according to Forbes. It is not part of
Don't
any
give a
level
crap.
of American government, thank God. Kelly Jones, deputy communications director for that sleazebag Governor Parson, sent the following statement late Wednesday. Quote, the governor believes the executive power of granting clemency should be given careful consideration. Yeah, to Nick, and utilized with the
Ooh.
utmost seriousness. All requests for pardons, commutations, and reprieves are received from our office and properly processed. End quote. Jones added, quote, the governor relies heavily on the recommendations made by the Board of Probation and Parole, which reviews each application and values the important role they play in the process, end quote. Gypsy's outreach to supporters was first reported Tuesday night by In Touch Weekly magazine, one of 3 news organizations to which the Blanchard family and its spokeswoman, the screenwriter Fancy Maselli, have recently said they would release information. The other 2 are the News Leader and Vulture, a culture website published by New York Magazine. The governor's office and the Department
Oh hell.
of Corrections list contact
Thanks, Red.
information online. In Touch reported that Gypsy urged people to reference her name as Gypsy Blanchard with an E and use her inmate number 1302048
Blanchard with an E.
should they choose to contact stage that by the end of this weekend. So wow, it's just
Oh, hell.
amazing, especially in
Give 'em a
such a
sub,
short
y'all.